welcome back, everyone. This is the GOATcast. This is GOATcast Season 4, Episode 7. And today we'll be doing the Anime Corner for our Monday morning show. I'd actually recorded this last night, late last night, with my cam and everything, but unfortunately um the sound was just I sound like a robot. So I was like, no, I'm not going to upload that. I tried to do some editing guru stuff, but it just didn't sound right. So here I am re-recording with no camera right now because I am in a place where I can't. So thank you guys so much for those subscribing. We have reached over 100 subscribers. So I really do appreciate that. This is just something I do on the side just to have fun and to kind of voice my opinions on different things. So, I just appreciate those that have subscribed to the channel and, have been, uh, interactive throughout this time. So for that, I will be doing a live stream this Friday, most likely. I'm gonna take it back to when I started this channel, which was during COVID time, and we're gonna do a family game night where we'll be playing some NES games. Myself and probably some of my kids. So keep it interactive, and I'll probably be watching the playoffs, of course, and reacting to that. So yeah, come on in and just enjoy. We're just gonna have a good time. Also, for those that have been watching the and kind of interacting with the short that I did for the '96 versus 2003 draft class, NBA draft class, let me specify. I chose the 2003 draft class based on those pictured in the short, not for the entire draft class, but for those pictured in the photo. So, I know a lot of people have been saying 96. It's got Iverson, Kobe, Ray Allen, um, Peja Stojakovic, and Steve Nash, all great players. There's not a wrong answer, but I did go with D Wade, LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, and David West. 11 rings there to 9 on the other side. I know rings don't always matter, and some of these guys got rings by teaming up with, superstars and greats, but they still won championships. So, and I just think that those individuals were, they all, carry team, all, on both sides from the 96 and the 2003, they all carried teams far in the playoffs, not even have been teamed up. D Wade did it, Carmelo did it. David West helped the Hornets for the most part, and we know LeBron did it. Bosh he was very efficient for the Toronto Raptors when he was a Raptor. So, but there's no right or wrong answer. I'm not mad if anybody says 96. Matter of fact, I rethinking it, I might have even picked 96, and I do think Kobe probably is the most iconic player in that between those two draft classes. So, but I do appreciate all the interaction, all the, whether you agree with me, disagreed. I appreciate all of the, everything you guys done. So a quick NBA note. I know you guys came here for anime, but then you're not interested in sports. But I will be trying to do a playoff round one wrap up probably about Wednesday. We may have some. We already have one sweep. The Sixers swept the Brooklyn Nets. I thought Denver would get it done, but they slipped up last night. So a lot of 3-1s out there, but there's still some close ones. The Warriors, the Kings. I think Memphis and the Lakers are a lot closer than people want to think. I don't think we're going to see another 9-point quarter from the Grizzlies. So, and with Ja dropping 45 on the Lakers, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Saturday. Will that give him the confidence going into this next game to really shine? Because he looked off. Everybody looked off. They looked like a YMCA, men's league out there shooting in the first quarter, but they brought it back and looked like an actual NBA team throughout the rest of the game. So, will tables turn in game 4? We'll see. So we'll, I'll give my opinions and thoughts on what's going on in round one as we get prepared for round two, which should be even more exciting than round one has so far. So, with that all out of the way, we are going to get into the anime corner. You do see the graphic with Piccolo with a red X in it, and that's basically to symbolize that I am not going to review Chapter 92 of Dragon Ball Super Superhero, mainly because one of the other content creators, check him out, Savar Matner, did a live stream, I think it was yesterday, where he did a live reaction to it, review of it, and I saw what it was about, and I was like, if you've seen the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero, I don't see why you would need to read the manga. It's most of the same stuff with a little bit of extra fluff in it. We did get a Goku versus Broly sparring match. So if you're into that and want to see that, it's just a few panels, but I mean that's pretty much the only thing that I would actually take the time to read that chapter for. But if you're a Dragon Ball Super fan and you just want to be retold the movie, by all means, check it out. I'm not saying don't, but I'm just tapping out for this one. Maybe I'll revisit it later if there's some big changes or some retcons, some whatever. But for right now, we're going to just move on from Dragon Ball Super. Also, if you guys check this out and you know of some good manga out there, please make some suggestions in the comment section. I would love to read some new stuff because some of my favorite ones that I read right now are going on hiatus. So I do need some stuff to read and check out. So please comment in the comment section. Let me know what's some good manga out there that you've been reading or that I should check out. So moving on to Boruto Chapter 80. This essentially is the bridge from the Boruto Next Generations to whatever the time skip would be called, if it's Shippuden, Boruto, whatever. This will get us to the brief scene that we saw in the episode 1, chapter 1, whatever, of Kawaki and Boruto staring each other down, where Boruto has the Jugen, I guess I'm saying it right, and he has on Sasuke's cape. And based on this chapter, we kind of know why. So I'm not going to go panel by panel or anything like that. I'm just going to briefly try to give a synopsis. It follows chapter 79 where Ida has done her omnipotence and all of Konoha is under her spell or however you want to call it. And now Konoha is chasing down Boruto because they believe Boruto was the one that killed Naruto, which, as we know, isn't the case. Kawaki sealed Naruto and Hinata away. So, Sarada's all weirded out because she's not affected, and she sees Mitsuki, preparing to attack him, and she's, distressed. Boruto's running, but runs into Team 10, which is Shikadaya, Chocho, and Inujin. So they're all trying to capture him. He's public enemy number 1. Meanwhile, Sumire, Sumari, I don't know. I mess up some of these names, sorry. But she is talking to Sarada, saying, she could tell that both of them are the only ones that aren't affected by Ida's jutsu, and that basically they've got to find a way to get Boruto out of there so that Konoha doesn't kill him. So anyway, Sarada finds Sasuke and she's upset, and she's trying to tell him that Boruto is not the enemy. He wasn't the one that did it, And Sasuke's just like, man, what are you talking about? And basically, but she awakens her Mangekyo Sharingan during this time. I guess through we've seen other Uchihas get their Mangekyo through tragic deaths and things of that nature, but hers, I guess, is the power of love. She got some of Sakura in her, so um, she is extremely distressed over what's going on with Baruto. So it awakens that, and we see that awakening kind of prompts Sasuke to realize that something major has happened because he knows when he awakened his, this was after some major things went down, and so he's like, I don't know what's going on. I can't even trust my memories, but if this is your wish, I will do it. So basically, while Boruto is trying not to have to harm his friends who think he's their enemy, Sasuke swoops in, grabs Boruto, gets him out of there, and they leave the village. Uh, so basically, we see Sasuke and Boruto have left Konoha. He's still unsure of everything. He's still kind of, he's saying his memories don't uh are jumbled up, but he does remember that he gave Naruto's son his headband. So he does remember that, and Boruto has it. So he's saying some things just aren't adding up. Um, so long story short, he's going to help him, and not because he's friends with him or he's his ally, but because that was his daughter's wish. So that's a big change. Sasuke and Shippuden, he would have said how annoying Sarada was and went and killed Baruto, but now he's matured very much so. So basically, it ends with and Ida does come. This is the part where now we could see how the time skip happens without any interaction. Ida does promise that she feels bad for what she did, but it was just kind of something that's triggered in her. She doesn't really have control over it, but she says that she won't, even though she can see everyone and she can, so easily she could tell Kawaki and Konoha Shikamaru where Baruto is, but she says she's not going to until he comes back to Konoha. So, um, so Boruto promises to train and get strong enough to defeat Kawaki, and that's how we end. So the manga's going on a 3 or 4 month hiatus. It will not be back until September, so I'm assuming that's when we will have the time skip. As we know, the anime part 1 has ended, won't be back until who knows when. So hopefully we get the time skip, and we could see actually what's in store for all of our beloved Baruto characters. I know a lot of people are not quite fans of Baruto because of just how awful I think the beginning of the anime was, even though the manga was okay, I feel like the anime really didn't do Baruto's character justice early on, and they just had some silly concepts, some silly filler, but it's grown very much on me, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. Can't wait for the time skip to see how Boruto progresses and Kawaki progresses, and even Code, who we've seen already get beat up by them. What he's going, and he has his 10-tail zombie army. So, what is he going to do? I'm assuming that's what's going to destroy Konoha are those 10-tail zombies, but maybe not. We'll see. So we're going to move on to Demon Slayer Season 3, to the Swordsmith Village, which are 3 episodes deep right now. And precursor, I'm going to say this does have spoilers, so if you're wanting to watch this new season, I don't know when it's going to come out on Hulu or whatever, Netflix, whatever it's going to come out on, but right now the only way to see it legally is Crunchyroll's premium subscription, and I'm only going to promote anything legal. So if you purchase a Crunchyroll premium subscription, you will be able to see the new episodes as they come out, the day they come out. So I've watched the first three, and once again, if you don't want to be spoiled right now, I would go ahead and click off of here. So, and come back when you've seen it and see if your thoughts align with mine. But 3 episodes in, and I'm enjoying it. Episode one had a really cool. Episode one seemed like 2 episodes in one because you had the big upper rank meeting with all the upper rank demons due to Gyutaro and Daki being killed by Tanjiro and all his allies and Hashira, Tenjin, in the entertainment district. So we follow that, and you could see the dynamic between them. Really cool. The visuals are excellent. Lord Muzan is, kind of he's intimidating. So you kind of feel the danger that Tanjiro and them are in, based on just how angry he was about losing Gyutaro. So then we move on from the spats between the upper rank demons to seeing all the our crew, Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu. We see how they're all in comas and all torn up from the entertainment district stuff. We find out Zenitsu awakens, and then he's off on a mission. Inosuke finally awakens. He goes on a mission. We see him briefly interact with Tanjiro, who's been in the coma the longest. And he's finally waking up, but he's still all messed up from the fight, so he's still having to rehab. But we get a little interaction between Inosuke and Tanjiro, which is pretty cool. So it does explain how everybody's away for this particular arc, which is fine. That's cool that Tanjiro will have different kind of interactions with other characters and I guess forge some new relationships. And then we move on to where he has to get a new sword, so he's got to go to the Swordsmith Village, which they don't let anybody know how to get there. So he's got to ride on the back of some the demonslayer helpers. I forgot the name of them. So they get there, and then it's basically him meeting some of the people. He meets Hashira Mitsuri, the pink and green haired Hashira, who they had to have a scene where, this is a kid show, but they have to throw some suggestive things in there, which, that's Japan for you. They can't just let a female character just be a female character. She has to accentuate different body parts to to be a proper protagonist. But so they meet up, and they've met before, so she's chilling with Nezuko and all of that. He sees Genya, who he's interacted with before, and he's trying to be friends with him, but Genya wants nothing to do with it. Finally, he goes wandering around and sees one of the swordsmiths with another Hashira, Tokido, and Tokido's kind of bullying him into giving him a key so that he can use the machine. They created machine that is a ninja that helps train Hashira and swordsmen. So that's how we end episode 1. Episode 2, Yashihiro Zero type. Basically, Tokido gets the key, gets to fight the machine, and Tanjiro befriends the guy he was bullying. I forgot. I think his name is Hiyoko or something like that. Bullying him. They become cool. Tanjiro, tells him that he's needing a sword forged. So after uh, Tokido chops off one of the arms of the Yoshiro Zero type, he gives it to the sword to Tanjiro. So he gets to train. The swordsmith trains Tanjiro pretty harshly. If he messes up, he won't give him food. So Tanjiro's just you know giving his all. So finally, he's giving his all, and he's able to chop the head off of the machine. And within after doing that, within there, they find a 300-year-old sword. So that's where we leave off into episode 3, where they get that blade, and Mr. Hazanaki, I believe it is, who's going to be the one to forge. He's another swordsmith who will forge Tanjiro his new sword, wants to get that sword so that he can use his forging powers or whatever, to smithing powers, to create Tanjiro this super powerful sword. And during that time, he gives Tanjiro another sword that he had already crafted for him. So we get some more interaction with Genya and Tanjiro, and then Tokido and Tanjiro, and Tokido learns a little lesson that he's asking Tanjiro why is he so nice to people, and Tanjiro's basically saying, if you're good to a person, to someone, then you do that in hopes that they'll be good to you in a similar situation, or in a situation when they may need help. So little tidbit that'll come back to play later on. I think the upper four comes into where they're sitting ready to attack. Uh, Tokido actually tries to his miss attack or whatever he tries, but the upper four is too fast. Tanjiro surprisingly unleashes attack and chops his head off. So we think, oh, that was easy, but no, it splits into two new um, demons, which I believe they were called Sekido, and the other one had a different name. But Sekido, I know, had the staff that they started fighting. First of all, they blew Tokido out of the building that they were, so he went flying into the forest. Tanjiro tried to take on this demon um, solo, but he had a staff that was electrocuting him, so he was about to be knocked out. Genya then he appears with a shotgun. Didn't know they were using shotguns, but he blasts both heads off. And Tanjiro's trying to explain, don't do that because they will just split into more demons. So not only they had those two, but now after shooting their heads off, two more appear. One is like a bird-like thing, so he attacks and takes Tanjiro. And then one of the other ones is attacking Genya, where it looked like to me Genya was killed or sliced, but from what I'm hearing, that's not the case. But Tanjiro asked Nezuko to go help Genya. So then we see Tokido out in the woods, and he's rushing back to the compound to try to defeat the demons. But he sees that the little swordsmith that he'd been bullying earlier was having trouble with some kind of monster thing that was out there, and he was trying to use the sword, but he wasn't as skilled as they are. So he was just like, forget him. My mission is to stop this demon. But then he thought about what Tanjiro told him earlier, and the fact that if you help someone, maybe they will help you in the future. You be nice to people so that in the future they might give you that, reciprocate uh, that same niceness or kindness. So he goes in, chops the monster, whatever the creature, some kind of fish creature, up, and helps the swordsmith. And that's where we kind of leave off. So yeah, it went from 0 to 100 real quick in episode 3. So it's getting really, they're not wasting time and just doing some little filler stuff. They're getting right to the action, and the action was good as always. The visuals, the CGI, everything is so perfectly done. I'm enjoying Demon Slayer this season. I put it on par with Entertainment District. I'm enjoying it just as much, and it's moving at a pretty good pace. So If I were you, if I'm going to rate it on a number scale, I'd give it so far 8 out of 10. But of course, that's just for a couple episodes. I'm not sure how long this season is or will be, but if the season continues in the same pace, I think it's going to be a great season. So with that, we are going to wrap this episode up. Sorry, don't have the face, but y'all probably don't want to see that anyway. Once again, thank you so much for the subscriptions, the likes, everything. It just helps me to motivate me to make more and to try to get better at creating content. Um, like I said, I enjoy it. We will have a live stream this weekend. Hopefully, you guys can come out, interact, talk with me. Let me know what you guys, give me some suggestion for anime, manga, and all of the above. If you're NBA fan, come in. We're gonna talk about these playoffs, and does LeBron and them have a chance? I mean, the West is these guys are dropping like flies in this playoff, so we'll see. So, anyways, Goatcast will be back. I will be back Wednesday for another episode, and of course, we're back every Monday. So check me out and enjoy your day. So see you guys next time.